Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're doing a league race video here. We're here for the first round of Mesgp. Once again, we're in Open League, same as last season, but because there is now a tier below Open League, so that's just basically meant that I've stayed there, which means I'm actually the defending champion, and this season I'll be trying to retain my crown from last season. That kind of sounded like a bit of a weird sentence now that I think about it, but, you know, we'll roll with it. So yeah, I've got the number 1 on the bike as well. So hopefully it goes pretty well, but we're breaking now at the end of the first sector, 3 tenths down on pole. Currently we're 9th out of 10, so we've been struggling quite a bit. As you'll have seen in the RRL, in some of the previous ones, Rick gets a warning there from race direction. I've been struggling quite a bit with this game compared to GP18. I was much quicker on GP18 it seems, which means that this title defence is going to be even harder. It was going to be harder anyway, but now it's even harder because I'm struggling with the game as well. So we've had a really wide through 7 there. Absolutely, you know, so far wide. I know it says we've got an invalid lap, that's just a bug. We haven't. We're half a second away from the fastest time, which, you know, doesn't sound like a lot, but in this field that is quite a lot to be off. Through turn 10 we ran extremely wide there, trying to slide the rear end. Look at that, 149 degrees on the rear. Through turn 11, going to try to slide it through under the Tissot sign there. Nonox has had a crash there. Obviously some of the subs are actually in the league now. Obviously they saw it last season, and some of you have signed up, which is nice to see. We're now nearly a second away from the pole. Massive crash almost there. Absolutely, I completely forgot about that because it's been over a week since I did this race, and the rear just came round to the end of the triple rights there as I was talking about something else. It completely caught me off guard. But into the last corner we go now. Are we going to hit the apex? No, we are not surprisingly, really. Trying to run it through. The rear tyre is screaming enough there. 150 degrees, but it's up towards the line now. What is that going to be? Is it going to be the 52s? Here we go, up towards the line. 52.8, which is 1.9 seconds. So we lost another second in the last sector there. So C-Fire is on pole for the first race. So the Sparty in second, Nox in third, Alan in fourth, Shooter in fifth, Apex in sixth, Rick in seventh. I'm not sure how to pronounce Sepunu, I don't know, in 8th anyway, myself in 9th, and my teammate Nikan in 10th. So really starting out well here for obviously the Factory Yamaha team. You'll notice that there's not really anyone that was in it last season. They've either gone up to medium or gone down to academy or just not racing at all. But we're on the grid now, and we've got to try and, you know, set off. Got to try and get the best result we can in this championship, because I really want to try and win it again. Although I don't think I'll be able to this year. It's going to be much more difficult. We're waiting for the lights to go out. The lights are on. We're waiting for them to go out. Lights down, away we go. Can't tell how good of a start's been so far. It's got a decent one. We're gaining on that Ducati in front. We've passed one on the outside there. Well, one's on the outside of us. We've gone past, braking nice and late. Inside that Suzuki. Bit of contact with the Suzuki. Bit of contact with the Ducati. Everyone running wide. The Ducati can't squeeze this way. Oh, we're in the Honda there. So up into 4th place. Apex has crashed. Don't think it was Apex. I think it was the other Ducati. I think it was Apex's teammates. Up the inside again. Behind 2 Suzuki still. So I think it's a Yamaha in the lead. We've almost pushed that Honda off the track. So I didn't mean to do that, but just kind of how the line went. So up into 5th, so it's a pretty good start from 9th there. On the inside goes a Ducati, contact between the 2 Suzuki teammates, Alan and C-Fire. That's not going to be very good for them, because there is only like 2 bikes per team now, so that's the rule. So obviously only 2 Suzukis. On the inside we go, massive smash from the inside there, that Honda. I think that's Sepunu, Sepunu, I think that's probably how it's pronounced, I'm not actually sure. It's absolutely rammed the Ducati of Rick into me, and he's just rammed up the side of the Suzukis as well, so a bit dangerous there. I was surprised he didn't get penalised or anything for that, but it is first lap after all. I'm sure he didn't mean to do it. You know, I can let it slide. It did cost me a little bit of time. I was a bit angry at the time by it, but you know, now a week later I'm not really too bothered. But out of turn 11, we're down to 7th. We got up to 5th at one point, we're down to 7th. There are 2 Suzukis, look at them on the right side there. We squeeze each other towards the right side of the track. Rick's having a good look. Rick slows down in the middle of the triple rights. Diving on the inside of Rick through 13. We're on the inside of both the Suzukis there. Alan's turned in and we've had contact and down I've gone. So it's a crash already on before even the end of the first lap. So Nikan goes past, Apex goes past, so we're down to last position. So we're now cutting it onto the start of lap 3. So crash up ahead, lots of riders out. Sparty's down, C-Fire's down, Nonox is down, and a Ducati as well. The other Ducati's down, I think, as well. I'm not sure who it is on the other Ducati actually, I can't remember. I think it's Rick, that's it. Rick was also down in that, I think. Sparty's been told to give back a position. But we are right behind Apex here. We have been closing on him since he got past us, obviously after we had the crash with Alan. And I was desperate to try and get past him. Into turn 6 we go, up the inside. We're going to get the move done. Beautiful. Oh, we've lost the front. The front's tucked on the bike there. And wow, that's pretty surprising there. And Sparty's just turned into us. What is Sparty doing? Sparty just turns into us and crashes there. Really odd. I think he was looking probably because he's been told to give back a position. And he just slid and just kind of went to the side of me. So it luckily didn't have me off. But you know, a bit weird. But we're cutting now onto lap 4. Coming into the triple right. You can see it's up ahead here. Nonox has gone off the track. He comes back on, clips the curb, massive high side. And down he goes. So up into 7th position now. And now cutting onto lap 8, so a big amount of laps, another 4 laps. Out of turn 11 we go, or through turn 11, out of turn 10 it was. Under Tissot sign you can hear Ducati, Rick that is, trying to go around the outside, Rick going around the outside, pushing him wide there, off the track completely. Now I want to say that I didn't do that on purpose, I got stuck on his bike, it was just dragging me left. I apologised to him afterwards and he was totally fine with it. I didn't mean to push him off the track, you know, I wouldn't do that, it's a bit stupid. But now as we cut on to lap 10, so we're coming out of the last corner, up towards the line, and we get and we've been run from behind. Deja vu of Masano last season, if you remember that. In fact, it's another Pramat Ducati. Nox just lagged forward, and either that or our screen froze. But either way, we both ended up on the floor at the end of the straight, or halfway down the straight. So that's not good. So this race has really not gone very well for me. I've not had much luck. Obviously, I would say, a hit from behind there from a Repsol. I think it's Sparty, the one that hit us earlier. So yeah, we've not had much luck. Obviously, I lost the front myself. We ran a bit wide through turn 2. Up the inside goes Sparty. Sparty up into 9th place now. Myself down into 10th. So yeah, really, really poor considering we are the reigning champion in the last position in the first race. As we go down towards the last corner now on lap 11, you can see the 2 in front are battling. Sparty goes flying on the inside of Nonox. Runs a bit wide there. At the exit of the corner, Nonox just seems to hit him off there. I'm not sure if that's what happened on his screen, but it just seemed like he kind of moved across him to hit him. But you know, free position, can't complain. So on the final lap now, coming down towards the right-hander, and this is just me getting a penalty here. Yeah, see, I just lost the rear, just turned me in a bit earlier than I wanted. Got a 2/10 penalty, fair enough. You can see I'm really struggling with the rear. And into the penultimate turn, you can see my teammate Nicken off to the side. I think he probably gave up because he'd been took out or maybe he crashed or something. So it's going to be P8 at the end of the first race. A pretty miserable return to MESGP, really, for myself. I didn't have much pace if you saw in qualifying, but the race didn't go our way. But anyway, Sipanu won. I still don't know how to pronounce the name. If you can tell me how it's pronounced, do let me know. Anyway, Alan in 2nd place there, Rick in 3rd, Apex in 4th, Stevebar in 5th, Shooter in 6th, Nonox in 7th, 8th for myself there, Nicken in 9th, and I think it must be Sparty then in 10th, who also disconnected from the lobby. But yeah, like I was saying, I didn't have the best pace, but if you look at the fastest laps, I wasn't far from it. I was quicker than Shooter. Wasn't far from Nonox there really. I was in the mix. I was in the mix for the race, but obviously, unfortunately, it didn't quite go my way. Obviously, we had to crash with Alan on the first lap, which at the time I was just in the heat of the moment. I didn't say anything to anybody. I was annoyed about it. I remember at the time, but to be fair, it's just like a racing incident because I wasn't even trying to go underneath him. It's just I carried more speed in, so I was just on the inside. He said at his turning point, just clipped my front wheel. I'm not, that's just a racing incident in my opinion. So it's a bit unfortunate. Obviously the crash underneath Apex was completely unnecessary for myself. I just went up the inside. I didn't feel like the front was going to go and then it just washed out on me. So and then obviously the thing with Nonox on the straight kind of screwed both of us over there. Just one of those things that happens, milestone. Hopefully we'll fix that at some point in one of the games, maybe by Motogp 29. Perhaps it'll be fixed, but there you go. Not going to show the championship standings here because it's exactly the same as the race result. But for the next episode, should definitely do that. But like I said, yeah, wasn't a great race, but hopefully we should be back in Argentina. I never like to upload these so much because it's not so entertaining for you guys, just hearing me sort of complain about not doing so well and dropping through the order. But I think overall the race was quite hectic. It was quite an interesting race, and just we have more to aim for then, really. So hope you did enjoy that one. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.